No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense had... Cover just a short game there. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, you know, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off this season.
Yeah, it's critical then to get off to a fast start, right? They've got to come out here in their first conference game in ACC play and put it all together. Offense has to march the ball, score points. Defense needs to get some stops and create some takeaways and set a standard for yourself throughout the course of the season.
Caught close to the marker, it's Gilbert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. On the run, it's Love. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got a wide open receiver. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Fires to the big fella. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Line gets set, 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. He's going to pass. Fires one high and deep. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Canes in the hurry up. Give to the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Barnett. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like last...
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
7, Notre Dame, 0.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Comes out throwing on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snatches it on the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. One final play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. What a grab and go for the score.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick this one.
Fair catch called for and made. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football. And we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our...
ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Barnett. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to throw deep right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got loose, it was all over.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Keeps looking downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Strong, firm tackle. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Barnett. He makes the connection. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen one go.
Off play action on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On the run, it's Love. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Notre Dame right back to the line. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Backed up at their own 13-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Floating away. He chucks one out to the right. And he holds it in at the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm a receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. You got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you build it.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And back to the air on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem in the last game. Now completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. He'll keep it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Number 6, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped.
At the 15.
In the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the... Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson.
And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. He wants to throw. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. Fights off a defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Pulls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
On second down, looking again to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Gilbert. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yards.
What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. The D coordinator's got to love that.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental.
I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Going for it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Touch pass on the run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative.
Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to throw on second down. Coming after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He uncorks one deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. What a nice play. And even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to run for it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Handoff to the single running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
29 Philly, 2 not.
The give to the tailback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Tackled after picking up the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release.
Touchdown, Irish! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt. Nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about, being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the fourth. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. At midfield, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Jackrabbit.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. On second down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Right back to the well. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll turn to Martinez. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They'll go to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now. You have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted on that one, trying to take a shot into the end zone to score a touchdown. Nice play by the defense, but you now have the chance offensively here to kick the field goal, take the lead in the fourth.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has been just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.